Hi, my name is Rachel Borze. I am currently a software engineer apprenticeship with Multiverse at working at Expedia. I am filming this video for one of my, sorry, it's just bouncing, for my deployment bootcamp project. It's my final project. This is actually on the screen. Yeah, so that's what we're doing here today. So to get started, I'm just kind of gonna jump right into this. I plan on just as an agenda wise, I just want to do a walkthrough, kind of discuss the project, and that's pretty much it. So for the project, it was my deployment bootcamp, and it was kind of just like we kind of free range to what we would like to build, but the only thing requirement that was very specific was we were told to use React for our front end. So I did build this using React, and I just kind of explored and played with it. And just since they wanted something specifically related to since they picked something specific to the front end, I was like, okay, I want to go a little bit more and beyond, above and beyond for my front end because I just haven't for my last couple projects. So this one I wanted to change it up. So yeah, I think I will start with kind of just showing you what I built and then we can look at the code. So this is the site that I built. It is a Nike landing page clone. I had seen a lot of clone projects and I just thought they were really cool. So I wanted to try one myself. I'm thinking about doing another one when I do the front end boot camp. Just because I honestly enjoy it. Like I like it. It's like a puzzle really in a sense because you know what you're building. So kind of reminds me of a puzzle. So yeah, I have here, it is a landing page. So from here you can go to it brings you like throughout the page like this. And so this is our nav bar we have here on top with the home about us, contact products, and contact us. And we have a sign in and explore now. And then we have this kind of main display, which has our summer's latest collection. And this is one of the things I was kind of playing with React and learning how to do was being able to switch the shoe here that's on display just by picking what you want. Also, this is mobile friendly. So I'm just going to go over this part and I'll show you mobile friendly. So then we have our popular products and some prices and just a cute functionality. A little bit about Nike and what they provide, another shoe, a little bit about shipping and secure payments and just about us really in a sense, a special offer, more shoes, a customer section reviews wise, sign up for updates and newsletters, and then we have our beautiful footer right here. So I think that the website overall turned out really nice. I enjoy the way it looks. I'm proud of that. I'm gonna actually show you down in let me close this. I'm gonna show you in mobile view what it looks like, just so you have an idea as well. Let's see. So super mobile friendly, and then we have this here. Now that we're on mobile view, I should say, and still functionality is great. Just a little bit of change to the side by side, just up and down now. And it's also friendly for like the tablets, medium size. So it just kind of hits. I think this is B size of a tablet. Yes, maybe. Yes, here we go. Like how this part looks. And so, yeah, that's pretty much my project. So next we're gonna just dive into the code and see what that's looking like. So I'm gonna put this back onto full screen. For starters, I do want to jump to GitHub to show you my README file because it looks cuter on GitHub than it does on VS Code because I added like pictures. I added a picture, that's all I wanted to show. So here we have the Nike. I'm sorry, my Zoom thing is in my way. So here we have just a little bit about the project. This project is a Nike clone landing page created as part of my Multiverse deployment bootcamp. The landing page is built using Tailwind CSS, React, Vite. I can't pronounce anything, so if I said that wrong, then don't be surprised. JavaScript, HTML, and Node.js. It has been deployed using Hostinger. I kind of want to try something different as far as deployment goes, also because I am in the deployment bootcamp. I was curious, like I've always only deployed freely, so I was curious what it would be like to deploy with something that um kind of is like built and that's what they make their money on. So I wanted to explore that. So I did try, because of that, I tried Hostinger because I wanted to know what the difference was and if it was easier and just kind of like wanting to know because I literally only go the free route for my project. So I want to know like just kind of what's on the other side. I wanted to know. So I have a table of contents, and here you find the demo, which is the landing page, which I have up. We already explored, and then features, technologies used, installation, if you'd like to access it on your own personal computer, and deployment. So yeah, it's just kind of nice, simple. I really recently started adding readme files to everything, but I realized how important they are and how simple they are really to make. So I like to do them now. That's one of my favorite parts of the project, because I know that I don't do it until I'm done, and so that's how I know I'm done. So I really like it. when I'm making my readme, I'm excited because I know I'm done. So it's the end. Yeah, so this is kind of my GitHub. I also wanted to challenge myself again, just random things I was challenging myself with this project. I have always just created my repo and then worked that way. I have never worked on a project and then turned it into a repo. And I tried to do, I don't know what I was working on, but I was working on something not like last week, and I could not figure out how to get my repo, my not made repo, to a repo yet. So I was like, you know what, I really don't know how to do that. So that's something I'm honestly wants to try. So for this project, I made the project on my computer locally first, and then I turned it into a repo because I wanted to know how to do it. I know it's not probably the most important, and I know that with GitHub, it's more beneficial to actually use it so you can commit all the way along the way. But I wanted to know still how to do it, because I actually had tried to do, because I don't remember what I was working on, but for some reason I needed to do it and I didn't know how. So with this project, I did learn how to do that. So I'm excited about that. It's a couple of random things I've learned along the way. Okay, so now we're gonna check out the code. And go here. Here's the readme. I told you it wasn't as, I mean, it's still cute, but it just wasn't as cute because you can't see a picture. As far as the project goes, using, okay, I don't know if it's Vite. I probably should check that. Is it Vite or Vite? Vite? I feel like it's Vite. Using that is very simple. I do think it's pretty cool how you pretty much install that and it does everything. It installs the rest of the typical things you would install for you. You just have to pick kind of questions like, do you want this? Are you gonna use this? Do you want JavaScript? Like those kind of things. So I do like that. It's pretty interesting to use. We will check out, start with my, I guess, just the app.js JSX just to start. So here's pretty much where everything is getting called. As far as the footer, the subscribe, the super quality, it's all being called here, but it's all set up somewhere else. So this is how we get the structure of my landing page. It's here. And then I also use Tailwind CSS. And so this is where all of my CSS is stored. Well, not all of it. Some of my CSS is stored, and then I'm just able to call it in the class name other places, which is really interesting because when I first started learning, I was just learning regular CSS. So now that I'm transitioning into Tailwind CSS, I see just the benefits, how much faster it is, how much cleaner it is. I just kind of really just like I just enjoy it. It just seems like I'm moving along. So okay. For my sections, this is how each part of the page is separate. Actually, I wonder if I should put this side by side with my page so it's easier. I'm debating. I'm gonna put it side by side. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it side by side so I can talk about it while we look at it, the code. So another random thing that I learned more recently. I'm not gonna even lie. Okay, so here we have our customer reviews. It is gonna be right here. So it kind of, we just have a header for this part here, and then we have our customers and their reviews, and that's stored in a review card, which is then stored somewhere else as well. This, I think, is one of my cleaner projects that I've done, to be honest, very organized. We have the footer, which is all just kind of stored. Oh, actually, I don't like this view. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I feel like you can't see the code. I'm just gonna go back. So, okay, this is what my footer kind of looks like. Pretty simple as far as this goes. This didn't give me any troubles, not the footer or anything. I think where I was really honestly seeing one thing that gave me troubles, now that we're looking at the code, it just reminded me, was this right here. My picking the shoe for the main part. It was, for some reason, my shoes, these ones were like literally below the footer, and I had no idea why. So it was like a weird thing that I had to figure out. And then I don't think we discussed the subscribe. Hold on, sorry, I have to move my Zoom thing. It's just in my way. I'm gonna try to put it at the bottom. Sign up, and then here is just kind of where this is all the Tailwind CSS, which is just such an interesting thing. I just truly love it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I really do like it. It makes me think like if back when I was in school, I would definitely use it. Like if I'm going back to school, I'm using it. That's all I know. Gonna use that. I'm not gonna do regular CSS. So this is a special offer, which I don't think we went over. Overall simple, just kind of a p tag storing the text, and then we have a button here. Then we have our services, which is all stored in a service card, which is, we'll see those. I think I mentioned a couple different, 2 cards so far. We'll see the cards. Then we have the popular product card. We'll see that card too. So then we have the index, and this is to export everything easier to the app.jsx. So this is why I created that. I just had watched some kind of video and someone suggested that would be easier. So I tried it. I do think it's easier. I see the benefits. I don't know if I do it again. We'll see. Honestly, I think I might, but just kind of figuring out what my coding style is, I guess, still. This is the hero that is the part that gave me the problem with the section I just kind of showed you. I'll back on the site. I'll just show you again in case you forgot this part. And then it kind of gave me struggles 2 ways. Number one, it was below the footer for some reason. And then number two, when I would press the other shoes, it wouldn't change. So that was something I had to work through. For the plate location, it was more just like of a typo kind of situation. And then, so that was an easy fix. As far as the shoe clicks, I don't remember how I fixed it, but I did. So there's that. So this is that, and we went over the footer and we went over customer services. The only thing that I will say that I wish is that this was in some type of order, like alphabetical order or something. At least the order of the pay. I don't know, something. Maybe I can do that. I don't know yet, but maybe I can't. But I do wish that was in a different order. And then here is my index.js and my constants here, as far as like my footer links, so my social media, the footer in general here, the services are here, the reviews. So yeah, kind of like the words, it part, like little descriptions they might have, and the images that they might have too here. And then under the components, I believe this is where all my cards are stored. So we have a shoe card here, and the shoe card is here. And then we have our service card, and that would be here, just so you kind of have an idea of what's going on here. And yeah, so then we have a review card. This is where this is the card that holds the reviews and gives it the styling, the nav. This includes the sign in / explore now, index.js. Again, this is me trying the new thing that I had learned from a video, kind of better for like organization purposes. So haven't decided if I like it or not yet. I probably will do it again before I know, but just kind of figuring out my coding style. And yeah, so then I have my button stored here as well. And then under assets is where I have all my shoe images, and my icons that are used are under the assets as well. And then I have, okay, so now I'm gonna talk about some deployment now that we went over the code. So as far as deployment goes, I use Hostinger, which I had mentioned earlier. I'm just going to open up my Hostinger account, which is something that you have to pay for. So it's not a free one. I was just branching out, trying new things, seeing how easy it was to really get a site deployed, like deployed. I don't have a .com, but I was gonna say like where you have a .com, like that kind of vibe. But yes, so this is kind of it. It was at first kind of difficult. I wasn't sure how to connect it. See, look, I don't know what went wrong, but that's not good. Don't tell me that something went wrong. But at first I was struggling with how to deploy it, and then I had to learn that pretty much to use Hostinger, you have to put everything inside of this folder that they create for you, and then it can work. And then you have to add this. Another thing that kind of got me had me stuck is that I had to include this index.html, which is just like a very simple, nothing too crazy going on here. But this is how I had to ensure that it connected, like without this and putting it in public, it would not work for me. I do think that this index.html and this is for the tab purposes right here, to see there, but it would not work any other way. So, but once I realized that all I had to do was add it to the public, it didn't make it like, it's easier. Like if next time I do a project, if I were to use Hostinger again, I think I'm more confident in doing it, and I feel just like more prepared for next time. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The only other thing is I don't think it's showing on this computer because I did my project on my personal computer. This is my work computer, and the file did not come over to this computer, but I had to add another thing. That's in the README. I mentioned it. I had to add this DST directory again, just to make it so I can host. It was hostable. It wasn't deployable. It just wouldn't work without it. I really am not confident to teach that to someone. I'm just telling you what I learned over my experience. So that's another thing that I had to use. So yeah, that's pretty much my project, and that's kind of what I have going on. And then I just have this picture because I was on my README file. I could have put it in a folder, but I just kind of didn't. Other things I had, pre-installed or I had installed and used. So yeah, that's pretty much my project. Now I'm going to talk about a little bit about how I felt with the project, how I felt with the results, and just kind of my opinions and stuff. So for me, I do think that I like my results. I do think that it came out very nice. I'm happy with it. It wasn't, I'm just gonna say it was not what I was working on originally. Originally is right here. That's why my URL is not this. So originally I was working on something else, but I didn't have enough time, I felt like, to trying to figure out what the overall situation was. So I kept it. I still have it. It's on the back burner. It might be my next project. Truthfully, it really might be, but that's not in my hands. So that it wasn't my first project, but I'm still very happy with it. Like I am very excited about it. I do think that it came out very nice. Sorry, somebody was calling me. I do think, oh, maybe my phone. I do think that it came out very nice, but I don't know. I like it overall. I would say that. I do think that the hostager had given me some problems, and I was like trying to realize if it was a little bit confusing because it wasn't like much documentation. I don't know. I couldn't find no documentation on it. Maybe there is. I'm not gonna say there's not, but I didn't find it. So I had to use YouTube more as a resource for me for deployment purposes. And then I what else was a hurdle for me? I think that was really a big hurdle. I think that was like that, and between me trying to figure out this was my second hurdle. So overall, I don't think I struggled as much with this assignment, which I'm very glad about because last one it wasn't liking me, and I didn't even really like my final product. But this one I do like. I do think that next time I want to do. I don't know. I feel like I want to do more. I do like my site. I do think it's great. I just want to do more. The project that I was working on, I think was cooler. There's no other word. It was just cooler. So I do want to explore that more. It has something to do with like AI in Three.js. So I kind of want to explore that world more. Like maybe I don't want to redo this project. I'm a person that kind of likes to make another project instead of working on an old one. But like for instance, now that I did work a little bit with the Three.js and that on the project that I'm not going to use, I could have made this like turn like lifelike, like floating, like a floating shoe instead of like a picture shoe. That would be kind of cool. That'd be something I would explore. I did also learn how to, this was like just me, I just looking at stuff. I did see how to learn how to like make this move, like count up to 500 or count up to 250K when you first load in. I think that's something cool. That might be a cool thing to add to the site. I don't know. I just think there's some random little things I could add to make it cooler. But again, I'm in the deployment bootcamp, so I didn't want my front end. I did think about the front end a lot because they specifically said to do a certain kind of front end. They haven't done that before, so that's why I kind of went a little bit more above and beyond for that. But I think I could even do more. Honestly, I want to do more. So it was a fun project overall. I think making clones is very fun. I probably would do another one. I seen that someone had cloned Pinterest, which is one of my personal favorite sites. So I honestly might do that because why not? I love Pinterest. It's my favorite. So I only feel like it's a little right. But yeah, I would say overall I did have a good time with the project. It was just those couple little things. Appointment was a little bit of a just learning a new thing. I think more than anything, just learning something new and knowing how to, once I know it, I think I'm confident I can do it again. But I had to learn it. So that was really the only thing. That was really it, honestly. I like the project. I like my results. I want to do more next project. I do know that. I always, as soon as this project's done, I'm thinking about the next one. I'm not even gonna lie. As soon as it's done, I'm thinking about the next one. Like, what am I gonna make next? So, I think this one's cool. I might put this one on my portfolio, but I just want to do a little bit more on my next one for sure. But I do like it. I do like it overall. I learned a lot. And it was cool. I honestly really like React. Like I think it's really cool overall to use. Like it's fun. It does a lot. I'm like I always every time I make something with React, I learn something new. Like I just I really enjoy that one. So um yeah, I think overall I think that's pretty much it. I don't know if I have any questions or anything. I'm kind of just chilling. I think I had a good time. I'm ready for the next one. But I don't know what boot camp I'm in. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know what my next boot camp is. So I'm kind of trying to think of a project, but I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna be doing. So that's the only thing but I am thinking about the next one already, but I don't know what boot camp I'll be in. So yeah, that's my project. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this video and hear me ramble about this project. Thank you so much. Have a great day. I said that super early because now I gotta figure out how to stop recording.